Good afternoon and welcome back to my channel, Logan Speed Shop. And this should be an absolute cracker of a video as we're near the end. Hoping the car's going to run this video, but you have to wait and see, because at the moment even I don't know. But for those that don't know, this is the car, 1989 Nissan Silvia S13 with an sr20. And I'd say it's got the ultimate recipe for an SR now. Got drive-by-wire throttle, because you can't beat it. G25 550 turbo, nice perky little thing. Haltech 1500 and PD16, and of course an array of Raceworks fittings and connectors everywhere, because you don't want to have all that old stuff anywhere at all. Since the last video, a few things have changed. All the intercooler pipes have been welded, bead rolled the ends, everything is in position. The dump pipe down there is all done, bolted on, along with the screamer pipe for the wastegate. O2 bung's been put in, and of course the rocker cover's been painted as well. So we're getting closer. The bolt-ons for the engine pretty much done, apart from the fact I gotta pull this off, and that's pretty much just an ease of access situation. Now they haven't bolted that on it yet. I need to get to the bottom to do the wiring. You can actually see I've been mocking up with a bit of tube, a catch can idea down there, which I reckon is probably going to come through to fruition. But yeah, we're getting closer. This is great news. I'm excited. I'm about to write myself a list so I know what I'm actually going to need to do, and just start attacking it. Because yeah, I want to get it done. I think first things first, I'm going to get the coil packs mounted. I've just been playing around. Got Yaris ones. Just got little adapter stalks here. Well, little adapter plates. Makes it nice and easy for them to bolt in. So I'll chuck those buggers in. Now I want to see what this looks like on it. Got a brand new coil cover. Nice little ornament there. Sit that on top. Let's sit it on now. See how it looks. A little bit of an early surprise for how that whole combo is going to look together. Looks good. I'm happy with that. Got a paint can sitting in the cleaner here. Not to clean it, just to warm it up. So I want to paint the radiator black. I don't like the silver. I find it marks a little bit easier, and the black just looks tidier. Plus, we got a bit of a silver and black combo going at the moment. It'll look nice at the front here. So I'll get that done. Intake off, which means one thing and one thing only, it's wiring time. So, over here, I got the harness I've made already for the PD16, so I can pretty much slap that in. Got a few connectors still to do. Like I've got this one that's just going to connect into the factory harness. That one for the windows. Waiting for a block for those, just to tidy it up. The wipers. Can't recall what that one was. Got a couple of little things sort of finished, but that's not too bad. But also got the main power cable, so they run to the starter to alternator. Nice and easy, and the front harness there, that plug can go back straight through and I can pin it. It can be done. Try and knock everything out so I can get that intake on. This here, oh, let's chuck it on the ground. I'm thinking this pipe here as a catch can, mount it down there, because I've got a couple of bolt holes, got some in the front, some in the back. And I can just run lines up and over, nice and close, nice and simple. Probably notch a little bit out, just for that. Should be able to do it easy, and I'll do that while the intake's off as well. Won't take me much. Don't know if I'll finish it before the intake goes on, or what, but yeah, we'll pretty much tidy that up this video too. Quick video interruption to give you guys a good deal. Sitting in my RX-7, which is full of Raceworks parts, and I use them constantly. All my builds get them, and that's because I love and trust them. But I want to be able to give you guys a bit of a good deal on them. So I was talking to Craig over at Longburst. I'll put his website here. Go have a look at it, and if you use discount code LOGANS, I'll chuck that here as well. You'll save yourself at least 5% more on all the Raceworks parts. Pretty good deal. So go check it out. Save yourself a couple of dollars and get some trusted parts. sweating my bloody ass off. But she's starting to look like a bay again. She's bloody nice. Gotta give this a wipe down. She's all smudgy. But all the wiring is pretty much connected in the bay. Cable tied off, hidden away. Radiator obviously in. Dirty as from my handprints. Need to get some mounting tab things. Really should have painted this, but I'll do that. Probably put a brand new one in when I do the bay, to be honest. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that's going to be in the bay. I'm just going to run a vacuum cord round to the bottom of the intake. Put an overflow somewhere over here for the radiator. And yeah, build that catch can. Intake obviously bolted on. And she needs some clamps, which I've got on order still. The fun of it. It's coming along well. This is me just procrastinating, not wanting to do wiring. Like, I've got the wiper wires just chilling up there because I've got to work out the pin out for the motor. Oh, you can't see it. There's a reverse switch one's hanging underneath. But I think I've got to get into the cabin and just go nuts and start plugging stuff in and making things work. Put a pedal in place as well. Should be good. Should be real good. Pretty excited now. This is motivating me. Looks good in there. Another wet Melbourne day. I guess no better excuse than to actually get in there and do the in-cabin wiring. One of the big things that's stopping me putting the dash back in is actually this bloody pedal. And it also means I can't do a lot of the other wiring. So, I've got to work out how I'm going to put this in. Had a bit of a look, and it's not easy. Should have just gone 350Z pedal. They bolt straight in. See the factory bracket there? Actually got one of my tools of persuasion here, giving it a bit of a tap down. That allows one of the throttle cables up the top to line up, and it should be okay. Use that as my point of reference and pretty much just weld a plate onto it, I reckon. Well, not weld a plate. Build a steel plate that matches the pattern on the back, a little bit bigger, weld that to the firewall. That way this can bolt on, and it just uses that top bolt hole as a point of reference. That way I can line everything up as I do this. In my mind, seems super simple to do. I don't think it's going to be, and it's one of those jobs that I'll keep putting off. So let's just get it out of the way, and then there's no excuse for me leaving the dash out. I can put that back in and start on the next part of the battle, which will be getting the bloody thing running. Used the MIG for the first time in ages. Started to get my setting alright. Ran out of wire. Looks like I'm jacking down to Total Tools, grab some more wire. Actually, I'll probably just TIG weld this so I can put some like weld prime on the back of it. That way once it's in I don't have to worry about it and it can dry when I'm down the road. Ah, the joy of it. Knew this wasn't going to go smooth. Was just going to an easy point where I made the plate, sat in there really nice. That's alright, out of wire. Look at that. The TIG versus the MIG's bloody disgusting. As I'm TIGging that on, well, little wee tacks with the TIG, I hear Chop yelling through the bloody camera at me, "TIG the rest of it on, you bloody idiot," or something along the likes. So, that's what I'll do. I've ground the plate off down there, put a bit of weld-free primer on, just so there's no exposed metal. Once the paint dries, I will bolt the pedal half in, and tack it, then pull it off, and weld it properly. Because hey, why not use the TIG? It's tidier, there's no sparks in the car, and it'll get a better job at the end of the day. It's just lazy using the MIG, it's just easier. Well, until you gotta go get wire, then it all becomes a bit too hard. So we'll TIG it as I should have from the start. Pedal mounted, pretty much looks at home. It's probably sitting about ½ an inch lower that way than I'd like, but sitting in the seat it feels comfortable. One bolt at the top, ready to weld at the bottom, probably just tack it at the moment. We'll see how it goes for heat, but I'll get the torch in there, see how much weld I can get on there, then I'll take the pedal out and finish her off. Just left the PD16 next to it, so that's a bit dangerous, but I've got my bottle of glass cleaner, that's all I've got for fire protection, so if I get anything where I shouldn't, I'll just give it a spray of that. Hopefully I don't, never know. Success. Melted the pedal a little bit on the bolt hole I'm not using, but she's got enough tack on there that I can unbolt it and finish it off, I reckon. Bit of a disgrace to welding what I've just done there, but I can't really see what I'm doing, and it's still learning for me. She's not pretty, but she should be strong enough. Definitely not my forte what I've just done there, but it should work for the pedal. I'll just keep an eye on it. Worst case, I fix it up later on, do it properly. The MIG would have been much stronger, but as you can see, all the carpets are in. Didn't have to remove them, didn't have any fires, so that's a win. I'll just give it a bit of a black spray over top just so it doesn't rust. Try not to get the computer. Should be okay. It'll work, and I've tacked on a top nut as well, just as my spacer. It just needed to be 12mm off the firewall up there. Might need a brace off to the side on the left there, but for now that'll work. Gets the pedal in, which means I can put the dash in, which means I can route all the wires, which means we're closer to starting it. So that's good for me. Actually, I need to wire up that, well, I can too. The brake light switch. I think this is what success starts to look like again. The dash is in, the computer's mounted down there, bit of spaghetti there, then a whole lot of spaghetti here. Most things are actually plugged in though. A couple of loose wires like the window motor power from the PD16, one loose power wire here in case I need it. But yeah, everything is pretty much plugged in. Just got to do CAN to the PD, ground over there for the stereo, which needs to be remounted. That was just a bit of a gamble, but yeah, the dash is in. It's starting to look good. I'm getting pretty happy about this. It's nice to actually bolt parts and not have them in storage, because hey, let's be honest, it's just going to get damaged when you have them all sitting there. I attacked the spaghetti last night and it's not looking, wow, no, it's looking bloody terrible. But I got power to the ECU, I got power to the PDM. Still got to finish a little bit of wiring off in the boot, and obviously tidy a lot of it up. That comes with time. But we're nearly there. I just got a couple of grounds to make out of this bloody stuff. So I'll jack the car up and do those. One fuel line. And should pretty much be good to start. Which means a couple of hours. A couple of hours for me. A couple of seconds for you. A couple of minutes for you. It'll be running. Wow, here's hoping first start goes smooth. And all the data I've put in the Haltech's correct. Because I just want to hear this baby sing again. Not that it's going to. Oh, obviously coolant sitting in there at the moment, ready to fill up. As soon as it starts up, it should suck that through when the thermostat opens. Bring on some good news. This is it, guys. This is it. Our time to shine. I've just been doing a few pre-flight checks, making sure all the sensors are reading correctly that need to be. Got my laptop here. We've just given it a test crank. Actually, I know what I haven't got. I won't have coils. I've got them unplugged. Whenever I do firmware updates, I make sure I unplug them as per Haltech's instructions. So I'll just plug these back in. Trying to do it one-handed is not ideal. Of course, I don't have clamps on anything yet. Still waiting for them to come in. But for a first check, doesn't matter. Well, here we are. Coil plugs back in. Let's go and see if it starts. I am hopeful. This is legit first start. Pedal is calibrated. A lot of wiring down there, so I'll try and get my foot in the right spot. See how we go. Oh, that's good first step. A little bit of bar. How's that? First startup. Oil pressure, the setting must be bloody wrong. That's off its head. Check engine light, but I think that's just one from before when I was cranking it without the coils. Now let's get the idle dialed in. I'll do that off camera and we'll come back to you guys soon. Why I didn't have alternator charge? Because I didn't do up the bloody clutch fan. Lucky I didn't screw something and the belt popped off. Oh well, at least that's an easy fix. I was about to start looking at my wiring, even though I'm confident on that. But yeah, looks like we just lost a bloody belt. Sometimes the simplest things can cause the problems. It's pretty good. She's running nice and healthy. I give it a rev, but drive my wire can't. Just let it bleed out, burp out some air. I do have an exhaust leak, just under there. One of the V-bands must not quite be sitting in there correctly when I've tightened it up. Easy fix. Once she's cooled down later, I won't do it up. Got a little bit of tidy up to do in the boot here. Hell of a lot of a tidy up to do under here. But all in good time, we'll get that sorted. I'd say this video was a success. We got it running. That's all we can ask for, really. Hope you guys enjoyed it.